folks, welcome to the channel, Rockin' the Country. I'm Don. As promised, I've got another song about a little girl. And it was by gift request. This one from Libertyanne. The prior one was from Montauk Ed. And that was Don't Take the Girl of Tim McGraw's. This is Loretta Lynn's This Stranger, My Little Girl, in parentheses. So it's just coincidence that two different people who don't know each other made a gift to the channel for me to do a song that involved a kid, a little girl. Libertyanne, shout out to you. Thank you for this gift and request. If you guys want to know how to make a gift to the channel for me to get a song up sooner, it's pretty simple. The information's in the description box below, but it's by Venmo or PayPal. $25 gift suggestion, and I get them up within a day, definitely 2 days. So, and it just has to fit the channel's theme. Loretta clearly fits the channel's theme. So let's see what she's got. And Libertyanne said that this song never got radio time. So I'll read in the comments every so often, and I love this, that I've reacted to a song by an artist that may be like a popular traditional, well-known traditional country artist that you guys have been listening to your whole lives. And you'll be like, Don, I've been listening to Merle or whomever my whole life, and I never heard that song. I'm like, yes. So it's part of the community we've got around here. All right, and this is a reaction. I don't know this song. I didn't grow up on country, so lots of these songs are just brand new to me. Pretty.
Today for her it's only been 13 years of living, and for me it's been a wonderful 13 years of giving.
Right.
She grows taller every day and farther from my world. God help me reach this stranger, my little girl.
Oh no. That's like a golf tournament I was watching about 30 years ago. I never forgot this comment he made. The golfer on TV, a professional tournament, the golfer hit a pretty crappy drive by their standards. And he had a long way to come in and a difficult shot to get to the green on his second shot. And the announcer just said, man, that green is going to be harder to reach than a teenager. I just remember that and just cracked up. I'm like, what a nice analogy. That's what she's dealing with here, apparently.
Music I can't understand replaced her nursery rhymes. No longer can I even guess what's running through her mind. Her long straight hair has forgotten ribbons and soft pearls. God, please protect this stranger, my little girl. Can she hear the worried sound in her mom's conversation? Can she see the anguish in my look of desperation?
She sees it but doesn't understand it
Can
yet.
she feel my love for her pulling against her world? I love her so, this stranger, my little girl.
Ah, the joys of parenthood.
Has she so soon forgotten just how close we used to be? And how when something troubled her, she'd always run to me. But Mom can't solve her problems. She keeps locked inside her world. God help me reach this stranger. Can she hear the worried sound in her mom's conversation? Can she see the anguish in my look of desperation? Can she feel my love for her pulling against her world? I love her so, this stranger, my little girl.
Can she feel my love for her pulling against her world? Now that's a fascinating line. I don't know fully what that means. I have an idea. It's she wants to help her make good decisions, and she's not going to make good decisions as a teenager. You have to make mistakes, and as a parent, you watch them make these mistakes, and sometimes you tell them you're gonna get hurt or this is gonna go wrong, and they do it anyway, and they do it again and again, and you're like, good Lord, when will you idiots learn? But we all went through it. But the love, that will always be understood. Even when you're battling with your kid, if they know that you're doing it because you love them and you've got their back and you're not going to abandon them or in some other way just think the worst things of them because they're making stupid decisions. And it can be very difficult. I see it. I don't have kids of my own, but I've worked with kids for 20 years and parents, and I have surrogate daughters, one of whom was a challenge. But if they know that you love them and that's why you're battling with them, and that you're not doing it just to get your way, they will know that you love them. That invisible fabric underneath them will sustain them in many ways. Another thing is that as teenagers, sociologists and psychologists and such there's a general school of thought out there that says the reason they behave the way they do, like they migrate from wanting to be around their parents so much when they're in their single years to wanting to be with their friends when they're in their teen years, and even earlier now, probably by age 9, maybe even 8, but certainly 9 and 10, they want to be with their friends. And then once they're in high school and college and all that they live to be with their friends. The idea is that as human beings, we are eventually going to go out on our own. And in those teen years, the preparation is already taking place. And it isn't a mental preparation, a purposeful one, let's say. You don't say, oh, I'm going to start acting like a jackass to my parents now and to other people and be opinionated and a know-it-all and disagreeable at times and all that in order to prepare to be out of the house. It just naturally happens. And that is just, a general theory that's out there. You can decide whether it makes sense or not. It does to me, because you're training them as parents. You want them to be smart enough, educated enough, moral enough. You want to teach them to be upstanding, productive citizens. And so you're training them to be independent. But then they start acting independent and you're not ready for it. And then they leave the house. And then they either go off to college or they move out and they go get jobs and stuff like that. And you're like, oh my gosh. It's like when they're born, you can't believe the adjustment you have to make to the amount of noise that's in the house. And then when they leave, you can't believe the adjustment you've got to make to how quiet it is in the house. So as empty nesters. So, all right, I'll rate this. So this is beautiful. Loretta what can't she sing? What couldn't she sing? This is a song that got little radio time, and you're like, this is just brilliant. Beautiful, sung with a tenderness. I don't know if this is Loretta's story. I think it's virtually every parent's story, but I don't know if she wrote it or she just, it's somebody else's writing, but nonetheless, it's a story that any parent can relate to pretty much. So, all right, the number that popped into my head was a 9.2. I love the chorus in the background. It was almost like church. And this did sound like it might have been earlier in Loretta's career. This had like almost a 1950s feel, but I'm going to go with the 60s. And Libertyanne or anybody else, you could chime in and let me know about that if you want. But it was just a pretty, absolute true story of how life works. And that's traditional country in a nutshell. So there you go. All right, guys. Hope you enjoyed that. Have a great day. See you on another video. Keep rocking the country.